Hi, I've created this video that is aimed at grade 3 students in a primary school. This video looks at the mass phenomena of symmetry. Symmetry consists of many components such as line or mirror symmetry, rotational symmetry, and point symmetry. Hi class, so today we are here to learn about symmetry. Does anybody know anything about symmetry? No? Well, symmetry is where an object is being made up of exactly similar parts near, around, or facing each other in an object. Does anybody have any ideas of symmetry that we can see in nature, for example, in the outdoors? No? You don't know any examples? Well, I brought an example today that I want you to answer. Do you think it's symmetrical? This is the object. It is a stone that I found outside in the schoolyard. Can everyone have a good look at this one? So, do you think it's symmetrical? You do? Well, let's have a look. So if I put a line in the middle of the object, sorry, I'll hold that better. Does it look the same on either side? Sort of similar, but not quite. If I turn it this way, does it look similar? Almost, but still not. This item is not symmetrical because it's not the same on either side. Today I have brought in some props on each of your tables that will be symmetrical in nature. The props today that I have placed on your tables are a mandarin from my mandarin tree, a lemon from the lemon tree in my garden, a leaf that I found from the roses, and a beautiful flower. Alright, so there'll be one of these on each table, and we're going to have a piece of paper, a pencil or paintbrush, some water, and we're going to have a look at symmetry now. So what I'm going to do now is show you exactly what we're going to do when we get to our tables to participate in this activity. So what we're going to do is we're going to have our piece of paper and we're going to have our pencil. So what I want us to do is pick an object, for example, the flower, like this one. And what we're going to do is we're going to draw half of the flower on half the piece of paper. Now I'm going to draw a line in the middle of the piece of paper so that way it is easier to conclude where the middle is. So I've drawn a line down the middle of the piece of paper. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a flower, half the flower, on this piece of paper, like so. As you can see, class, this is a drawing of my half of the flower. Now what we're going to do is we're going to wet our paintbrush because these are watercolours, and we're going to paint on the half that we have drawn. So we're going to get it nice and wet for this activity. So now what we're going to do after painting our half of the flower, we're going to fold our piece of paper in half. So we're going to fold it exactly on the line. We're going to squash it down and then we're going to open it. As you can see from the changing of the paper by folding it in half, now we have both sides of the flower and they are symmetrical as we put the line down the middle and both sides equal the same. We are now going to do this at our tables. Now that we've completed the first activity, what we are now going to do is we're going to take a look at one of the objects on the table, any that you choose. We're going to have a look at rotational symmetry. So I'm going to show you first using a mandarin, and then we're all going to have a turn at using the rest of the props on the table. So what I did first was I looked at the mandarin, which is here. It's a circle. Then I drew this circle on my piece of paper. Very similar. Now what I'm going to do is I coloured it in and I'm going to draw a line right down the middle. So I've got my ruler And I've got a different colour. I'm using a texter to show you, and I'm drawing a line straight down the middle. Now, as we can see, both sides are exactly the same. This means that this object of the mandarin is symmetrical. It has mirror or line symmetry, like that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a line going through half of the mandarin the horizontal ways, which shows 4 equal parts, meaning that all parts look the same when they equal at one point. This is point symmetry. Now I'm going to look at rotational symmetry. If we look at the mandarin, what we're going to do is we're going to turn it. Is it similar at all angles? Yes. The circle of the mandarin is similar at all angles. The mandarin is one of the objects because of its circular shape. It has infinite amount of symmetry, meaning that any angle it is on will be symmetrical. Now let's have a turn at your tables using the other objects to see if it has either or all of the types of symmetry. Thank you for watching my video. I hope this video demonstrated how you can use nature and symmetry within the classroom. I suggest that not only do you bring in props, but you also allow children to go outside and find other props that could be symmetrical or may not be, and let them figure out which one it is.